Hello, everyone out there, and welcome. We are back. Yes, I am so happy to be here. I hope you're happy to join me. And let's just say, wow. So, I want to talk about the boxing heavyweight champion match that was with Vladimir Klitschko and Tyson Fury. Now, okay, yeah, there's a lot I want to say about this particular fight. Let me just start off. The arena that they held this fight in was just, from what I can see, looked very nice. Okay. Then also, I want to point out too that they had a referee, Tony Weeks. Okay, this guy, he was not letting anything go by. All right, wow. All I can say is that he was on top of it, and you have to appreciate a ref like that who sees everything and just gets right in there and does his job and be on point as he was in this particular fight, because there were illegal blows. I mean, when these two guys got into the ring, the bell launched, and next thing you know, that first round, they were doing some illegal blows to the back of the head. They were both hitting each other. And, Tony Weeks stepped in and he was like, letting them know, hey, he gave him a warning and all that type of stuff. And then there were times where they would get locked up, and, and they got locked up like often, okay? Often. In this event, it went 12 full rounds for this fight. And Tony Weeks, he came in and he broke it up, and he did what he had to do, because otherwise we would have saw just a hugging match. I just have to tell you, because the pace of the fight was slow, and on both sides, it wasn't one side, it was on both sides. And so here you have a guy, he's watching all this stuff, he saw the illegal blows, and then at one point, I believe Tony Weeks had to take away a point from Tyson Fury because he kept hitting Klitschko in the back of the head. So, and Fury kept doing it even after he had gotten a point taken away. So I mean, you have to appreciate having a ref on top of things, because there was stuff going on with these two guys that you needed to have somebody on their toes, and he was right there. So I appreciate that, and because sometimes there's refs that they fall asleep. They fall asleep on the fighters, and everybody's like, what's going on here, and then there's times where some of them are too on top of it, and they end up stopping the fight too early. And yeah, so we've seen some stuff like that, but not this particular fight. This didn't happen. It was right on point. And so yeah, a nice showing with that. Now, let me get into just the actual meat of the fight, where these two guys, and like I told you before, it was a slow moving fight. There were times where Tyson Fury was clowning around in the ring with Vladimir Klitschko as if he did not respect his skill set at all. At all. I mean, he was just, there were times where he would, lean his head in, exposed. And there was one occasion where he actually did that, and he even took both his arms and put them behind his own back and was taunting Klitschko. And Klitschko did not respond effectively with it. He didn't capitalize on it. And we all know what happens when you expose yourself like that. Whether you're joking around and you think you got it and you're winning everything, you still are putting yourself at risk, because they always tell you, protect yourself at all times. Don't, be silly like that. This is a reminder, hey, it's a combat sport, and anybody can get clobbered and get caught in the wrong time and in the wrong place, and can damage their lives forever. And so, but here you have a Tyson Fury clowning around, just not really respecting Klitschko's, his fight game, his skill set, just total disrespect there, and putting himself at risk. And then I'm looking at Klitschko and how he wasn't capitalizing on those moments where, Tyson left himself open a lot of times. And the pace of the fight was slow on both sides that I felt like there were many occasions where Klitschko could have capitalized, but it was like he was looking for that one particular solid punch, and there were opportunities where Tyson gave him that chance, but he did not effectively take it or act on it, or his response was way delayed, and so yeah, so I'm looking at that and I'm just like, wow. And then, like I said before, you have to protect yourself at all times. I understand that, Tyson thought, he at the time he was thinking, well, you know what? I don't care. This guy's too slow. He's so slow. I can put my head out there and I can do this and I can clown around. But if you all recall, I don't know if some of you may watch the UFC. There was a particular event with Anderson Silva versus Chris Weidman, and I'm gonna show you this video real quick where Anderson Silva did the same thing. He was sitting around getting really silly, didn't respect Chris Weidman's skill set, and Chris Weidman ended up knocking out Silva because he was not, he just was not being, he wasn't protecting himself, and he just totally did not respect his opponent and underestimated him. And he, like I said, Chris Weidman, smart, took that opportunity. He's like, okay, if you're just gonna disrespect me like that, well, here's something to sit there and laugh about. And he just took and he caught him. He caught him with a real quick blow, and next thing you know, Silva was out. As you can see, he's out. So, like I said, this was that same particular type of fight with, in a sense, where Klitschko could have capitalized and he didn't. And then you had Tyson Fury, who was putting himself at risk, and he could have got caught, but he was going against an opponent that didn't really capitalize on those times. And so, and then I also have to say too that you know I understand there's two sides to every story. And so here you have a fighter in the ring, right? Now, it's true, they see certain things that you can't see close up because you're not right in front of the opponent or the person that they're fighting against. But you are the coach and you can see things that your fighter can't see outside of the ring. And there are times where your fighter has open spots that you can direct him and say, hey, this particular fighter is predictable, so predictable that he's going to lean in on that particular, when he makes this particular move to the left or to the right, he's going to drop his hands and he's going to lean his head. And as soon as he does that, let's do a combination, do some uppercuts and catch him. Have it ready, because he's going to do it. And there was occasions in this particular fight that, Tyson gave away a lot of open areas. He was exposed often in this fight. You could look at on every single round, he exposed himself at so many different occasions. And because a part of that was he himself believed that he was faster, that his opponent was way too slow, and in a sense he kind of proved his point there because he could sit there and get away with all those different things. And it was just, so yeah. So like I said, I feel like coaches have a responsibility too because they can see certain things that the fighters can't see, and when they have those break points, you go in there and you tell them, hey, look, this particular fighter is doing this. You have to, let's use this combination to match that. That way, nothing, goes just unused, and there's just things aren't left to the judges to decide. And like I said, sometimes, in these days, you're gonna have to knock somebody out. But when they just deliberately give you a place to knock them out, you should capitalize on it. And I'm saying this to Klitschko. You should have capitalized on that part where he took both his hands and he leaned forward. You should have capitalized on that. That was your point right there, blatantly, that you could have knocked him out. Why you didn't, I don't know. But like I said, there's two sides to every story, and there's things that you see in there that we all don't see. Sometimes there's things that there, like I said, but there's things that we can see that you're not seeing. That you need the help or the constructive criticism to actually get you the win that you want to have. So with that said, I'm just gonna leave it at that, and yeah, that's what I have to say. I think that now we have a new champion, like I said, in Tyson Fury. Congratulations to you. Like I said, and they're gonna be doing a rematch. Well, like I hope that Klitschko gets in there, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna make some changes and adjust different things. But guys, I mean, you gotta yeah, come in there, and I don't know, I just do the damn thing. Just get in there and do the damn thing. You know what you guys, you know what you gotta do. Just do the damn thing, and don't leave anything for chance. And when people expose themselves, take advantage of those exposed opportunities, because they come far and few in between. And when they just deliberately give them to you, you need to capitalize on it. So with that said, everybody, if you like what you heard, punch the thumbs up below and subscribe. And I'll be seeing you again. So you know what? One love, respect, and take care.